Okay, we're back from our commercial break. Once again, the number is 732-5YMSL55 or 732-596-7525. Right now, we're A.B. Saka's team, which is the Fountain of Utes. And A.B. Saka, first-time captain, had an outstanding year coming off a championship season. Undoubtedly the premier pitcher in the league right now. And you know, he went really with the We Are Family type of team. I think he picked Eli Harari as nephew in the early second round, which I thought was a little early.
There was no pick that got questioned as much as Eli Harari in the second round.
Right.
I kept saying it on draft day with both of them standing right there, so I was afraid for my life, but everyone was saying, how could he take Eli Harari over there? How could he take Eli Harari?
You know what, though? It's his nephew. They wanted to play together. He's a good, solid player. You know what? How much? I mean, yeah, there was probably better guys on the board, but that's what he really wanted. So I don't think that was a bad pick.
The question is, can he handle center field full time? You know, I mean, he's a starting center fielder. So that's going to be the big question mark. He did make a good pick later on, picking Erwin Cohen, who also could fill in. I thought he made a great pick with Joe Eshko, who's an outstanding shortstop and could also play center field. But he's a very good fielding shortstop. And Edmund Dwight, coming back from the Syracuse Nationals. He's
A.K.A. the cow eater from years past.
He made some interesting picks. He has Zach Goldberg, who's Svi Goldberg's son. Supposed to be a young, talented infielder.
Now, I know people within this organization, Bob, that are saying that Erwin Cohen should get the starting gig in center field and that Eli should play left field. They think he's faster, and I don't know. I don't know if either of them have ever played center field in this league.
Well, not in this league. Maybe Erwin filled in. I mean, Erwin was center fielder for Hillel. Obviously, the pedigree's there with his, he's great, solid. He's going to be an up-and-coming star. There's no question about it. You had him on your team last year. I don't think he played center, but he was pretty solid.
Very solid. He was very high on my list this year to try to get him again. And if things worked out differently where Marshall was playing shortstop and I didn't have Max, then I was actually considering Erwin as an earlier pick for center field. Because I know the guy could play
he could
the
definitely
position.
play center field.
He played a great outfield for us last year, and you know, being out there at any position, he's going to only get better in this league. So
right, interesting mix. I had a chance to see these guys in the Grapefruit League in Vero Beach. Nathan Batesh at third base played solid in the spring. I think he's going to be a very good third baseman. It's going to be interesting how Richie Braha. Richie Braha's not on this team.
No.
Oh, Robert Braha.
Robert Braha taken very, very late, maybe the 12th round. He had a good year on that. What was that red team last year? That terrible team. what was the name?
That was Eddie Michon's
with the red T-shirt.
Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood. Yeah. He was on that.
By the way, he might have the best attitude of anybody in the league. He's a tremendous team player and a very up. And I guess
not up and coming, just up in general.
Up and up, and
guys in the 12th.
Yours truly, NRJ's younger brother is in this organization.
Yes, Jacob Jamal.
And
the young
rumor has it he's the best out of the Jamals.
By far the best of the Jamals. He can actually hit. So,
I never knew you had a younger brother. How do I not know this?
I don't know.
As a matter of fact, I saw your other brother, my guy. I'm walking. If he's watching, you should call in. I had a good mind to bench him for the first game. I'm walking to my office yesterday and I see the guy 9 in the morning getting a shoe shine like he's some kind of a high-level banker at Smith Barney. I mean, I'm like, holy shit, what kind of team did I pick? You know, Marshall's shining his cleats, Douglas is shining his new baby's ass cheeks, and your brother's getting his shoe shined 8:30 in the morning on Monday.
We got a call coming in. Ike from Brooklyn, you're on the air.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Who is this?
Is that Ike Lenin from the former Russian front defector?
Oh, this must be Ike Mavor from the BKS.
What's doing, Bobby? How are you?
How's everything?
Very good.
Welcome to the show. How was opening day the other day?
It was chilly, I gotta admit, but it was fun. It was good.
Okay, how are the YMSL guys working out?
What's that?
How are the YMSL guys working out so far?
Pretty good. I actually played against Eddie and Elliot Risty this week.
Oh, okay.
Enjoyed it.
Ike, what happened last?
Jack was it. Alpha now has a nice day. I think I enjoyed it.
Very good. What happened to you last year? You came to the league after, 5-6 years of rumors that Ike Mavor may come to YMSL. You finally came.
Well, first of all, can I just say, Bobby, I want to thank you very much. I had a wonderful time last year, despite the whole Cheesehead debacle and everything. I really enjoyed the league. You really do a great job. I don't know if I ever really told you that, and you deserve a lot of credit because it's a great product and it's a good league, and I enjoyed it, and I'm going to miss it.
Thank you.
I will miss it.
Thank you.
Okay. PBS will add that portion of the phone call.
You're being looked at and compared to the captain who jumped off of the Italian sinking cruise ship.
Michael Fowler, you took next place, huh?
How are you, Ike?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good.
But Sabon's right. It seems like as soon as you saw, the iceberg, you ran off the ship
and left everyone to moot.
Right. All those cheeseheads looking for their chief cheesehead, looking for their leader, and you're back in the Brooklyn.
I wasn't the leader. You gotta go call Victor. He was the guy. He was running the show. He was behind the scenes. No, but the truth is, it was just too hard. It was hard, the wife, the kids. I am a Brooklyn guy, as much as, Norman, you said that I could have been a deal guy, but I'm not, I do live here, and it's just hard. It's very hard,
I would just think with your talent in pitching and how bad it went last year, that as a man, you would want to come back and succeed, not just have 1 year where you didn't even make the playoffs in the league where everyone makes the playoffs, and then run back to Brooklyn. I would just think that something inside of you would want to come back and succeed in this league.
There's a fire. There's a fire inside that definitely wants to come back and do exactly what you said, and just try and erase that and make up for it somehow. But it's just hard. I wish I could. Maybe if you guys started earlier, get home 3 o'clock, 3:30. It's very hard. It's very hard. I'm also playing football, Sunday evenings, 6 o'clock. So
Wait, Ike, you just mentioned the wife.
I can't do that.
You just.
I have a wife and 3 kids.
You just mentioned multiple times the wife and kids, yet you're going from baseball to football for 6 months straight. Tell me she's not dating the UPS man at the store.
And I'm home at 12:30, and I go out again at 6 o'clock, so I still have a day.
Okay.
Ike, tell us, how do you feel your buddy Douglas Dweck is going to do as a pitcher this year?
Oh boy, I warned Sabon. I told him he BBM'd me during the draft. And he's like, Douglas, I go, look, Douglas good. You're gonna, you want his bat, you want his, maybe we couldn't play first base for Sabon, so that was always an issue. But I was like, I don't know about his pitching. I mean, he'll tell you that he came in and took the ball from me, and he pitched 2 or 3 scoreless innings, throwing his loopy-loo and whatever it is that he calls it. But could he do it full time? I don't think so.
Yeah, we're all in the same boat with that, and. So
anyway. Let me tell you this, Michael, though. Jackie Guarda came to the park the other day, and he pitched, and he fell down. Let's just put it that way. He fell down. But the first inning, we were all like, oh, God, Michael's going to go nuts.
He fell down? What do you mean he fell?
He settled down.
Oh, he settled down. Okay.
He settled down, yeah. But I think he walked 5 out of his first 6 batters he faced.
Oh, boy.
That's going to work well on Sabon.
He was there, and we were all like, Michael Solomon's going to go nuts.
Oh boy.
I am making a statement live
Here we go.
that I would like to have Moses reconsider coming back to my team. I'll let you play shortstop, bitch, whatever you want.
All right, Ike, we gotta go.
You better end up with Allie pitching before.
Yeah, it's true.
At least you have that.
I would like to have Mr. Buwabe, my settled down pitcher, call in right now for a couple of words that we're hearing. Mr. Buwabe, if you could leave Serafina at any time soon, please call in. You have a lot to prove.
All right, Ike, thanks for calling in. I appreciate it.
Definitely look better. The second, by the third, fourth inning,
The beauty is that the beauty is
thank you for calling in, Ike.
The beauty of this commentary is that my plan. Look, I know that I'm not stacked with pitching, but my plan is to hopefully use one of these guys as some sort of relief pitching.
Right.
So maybe give each guy 3 innings, 3, 4, break it up like that and see what happens. I have no problem. I'm not here to babysit guys. I told them all, the best guy is getting the ball, and the best guy is going to be at the position, and the guy who's hitting is going to stay hitting, and guys who are not hitting, I don't want to hear crap from. And that's
I think you got to give everybody a chance and see what happens. Getting back to A.B. Saka's team, I think with him pitching, I think it's going to be in the middle of the pack, maybe a little bit better. Some of these guys, they have a young kid, Eddie Gindi, whose father's Ronnie Gindi, Hall of Famer, supposed to be a great athlete. So this team,
a lot of youth here. Joe Eshko.
Yeah.
They have a few guys, like we said, Jacob Jamal. Who's the Zach Goldberg? His Z's son, you said. Okay.
It looks like a nice team, but might be a little too young to.
I think this is a team that could start off slow. Maybe as they get a little more experience, the second half of the year they could be better. But
you know what? With AB pitching,
AB could carry a team.
Yeah, exactly. So he's a good leader. The next team is Mob Bodif, which is captained by Morris Casson, another rookie captain. And you talk about young teams. This is another one. Again, the theme of this team is pretty young and a question mark in pitching. Mikey Shalom getting the gig full time, actually. But Michael, to his credit, I thought he fulfilled it admirably last year for Moses.
Yeah, he did actually. If you look back at the records, when I took Moses out and gave Shalom the shot, I believe we won 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
And, that kept us respectable. I mean, we didn't make the playoffs, but Shalom's going to be much better than he was last year. I think, he just had a baby too, just about 2 months ago, so I'm sure the nerves and the pressures are off him. Right. He'll settle down. And then, looks like a pretty decent team. A couple of their key guys, though, it looks like Gabe Abadi are going to be missing multiple weeks.
Yeah, and he's missing one, I think.
They took the big chance and took Soley, and that could be a great pick for where they got him.
They were thrilled that Soley dropped to them, by the way.
They were, but I'm hearing some rumblings that they may repicked if the time were to turn itself back.
TMZ reporting. I like their infield a lot. Mo Casson at third, Gabe Abadi at short, Solly at second, and Elliot Batesh at first. They had an awful outfield until they made a trade for A.B. Dweck right after the draft. So
who's the outfield now? A.B.'s in center.
They went with Leo Pichotto, who I thought went a little high in center field, and they had Avi Dweck and Albert Levy in the corners until they made that trade. So
wow, so you got a nice eclectic mix of young and very old with Albert Levy and Elliot Batesh. I mean, those two guys look like they should have been on the Dallas 2 team. They would have fit right in, and
maybe a trade for one of these
probably
young Charles Sanders,
Jurassic Park.
All right, Robert from the car phone's on the line. Robert, you're on the air.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi. This must be Red. How are you, Red?
Yeah, this is me.
Red, how are you? We just finished analyzing your team, and
Red, you're the youngest guy on your team. Do you know that?
They're calling you Pink.
I'm the youngest guy on the team?
Yeah, and the fastest.
What did they say about our team? That we're great?
That you're old and that you dropped to like the 10th round this year. You went lower after last year's performance.
Can you believe that? I mean, I'm happy, but it's very depressing.
Well, I mean, let's get to another topic. Sammy. What?
That's your friend Saban.
That's Saban.
That's Chachi over
your
there.
old friend.
After what you said about me on Friday, I'm very shocked that you even could speak to me.
What'd he say?
We'll announce that after. I'll tell you the story. But how do you feel about Sammy Sutton playing third base for your team?
I think he's a very good third baseman, except when he messes up.
Well, that's like saying Jim Abbott was a great writer until his hand fell off.
Is he really playing third?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my God.
But did they not break the news to you? Who did you think your third baseman was?
I thought maybe Rishti.
I don't know. Richie's still in the mix, but I don't know if he's got the arm. I don't know if Sammy does either. But
You may have Dash playing
Yeah,
here
You may
before we
actually
know.
have Ben Kane move into
he
this
might be the best out of all of them.
As a matter of fact, we didn't even notice that the name goes perfectly with Dallas too, because everyone on that team needs a Kane. So they should just rename the team Kane.
Red, they're saying if you...
Not Kane with a K, not the big red monster.
Kane is able, right, Red?
Yeah.
Red, they're saying if you struggle, that you may move to third base yourself.
I'm a lefty. How can I play third? I can play first, and maybe we'll move this kid over to third.
Well, who's gonna pitch? Henry?
I had to pass the play short.
So, Red, tell us your thoughts when you found out you're playing with your idol Jack Haddon.
I'm so happy. You don't know. To have Jackie in right field, probably the best center fielder ever, playing right field. Nathan Powell playing left field, probably the second best center fielder ever.
Right.
Charles.
Where will Chachi be playing in this mix of men that you adore so much?
If I could get Chachi, I'd put him in third.
You need him.
Yeah, you might need him, but you know what? I bet if you put your head together with Sammy Sutton, I bet you could probably get in touch with Chachi. He probably met him somewhere along the intercoastal.
Eddie Richard met Scott Baio.
Oh, he did?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Would he install security in his house so you couldn't get in anymore?
Oh, this was, I think in California.
So, Red, all serious, what do you think of your team's chances this year? You happy with it, or?
I think that we really one of the top teams.
Well, you're probably in the top 9.
But they were in the top 9, yes.
Really, what they're all saying, it boils down to you, Red. So you really, I mean, I hate to put undue pressure, but that's the way the media is portraying this. Is really your team is solid all around except for pitching. That's what they're saying.
I pitched on Friday, and to lead off the Choto, I was really pitching great. But after one batter, I tired.
Red, I got a serious question for you, Red.
Yeah.
Because I grew up, watching these YMSL games. You were like the top player, top pitcher, top hitter. You could hit the ball a mile. And now you fast forward to this year, and you're drafted 88th overall in the league. That means 87 players are drafted in front of you. At what point are you going to hang up the glove and join us in the booth over here?
And keep your driving shoes on full time.
I up the glove. In fact, I told Bobby to sell it to me. But then Jackie Haddon said he's going to play.
Oh, so you brought back the glove.
I have to play with him. I feel 40 years younger.
Oh, boy.
I feel like I'm
68.
I don't know how old I was.
All right, Red. Anyway, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you in the upcoming season.
That's it? That's it?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Mars, you're on the air.
I am?
Yes, Mars, you're on the air.
Oh, hello. What's going on?
All right. Oh, this is Mo Casson, captain of Mabodif.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mars, first of all, congratulations on your captainship this year, and give us your thoughts of your team.
Well, I'm actually very happy with my team this year. But I did hear you guys make a nice comment about Mike Duchel saying that our pitching's weak. And I have one comment, and it's specifically to the special guest gentleman next to Norman. Sabon, thank you for taking Douglas. I appreciate it.
Well, well, thank you.
Well, you're not confident in Douglas's abilities, or what?
Not that I mean that same warm up we had a little scrimmage game. I was playing with Sabon and Allie, and that was when Sabon first saw Douglas's beautiful skills, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you tuned in earlier, you would have heard that Bawabe is now my full-time pitcher, and Douglas
Right. I heard that
was
also.
forced into retirement.
Right, now that Bawabe has settled down, he's going to be the full-time
That's
pitcher.
what I heard also.
Well, I mean, Douglas is a grandfather after all. We can't be expecting too much out of him,
That's
you know.
That
So
is true. That is true.
Now, what went into
Watching.
Let's talk about a couple of your picks over here. You took Leo Pachotto in the second round after taking Gabe in the first round. And by the way, a lot of second-round picks got questioned in this league on almost every team. And a lot of people said, you know, Leo, he's a very good player, but is he really a second-round pick that could be the captain of the outfield and be a key offensive player in your lineup? What do you think?
Well, I'm very confident in my pick in Leo. Yes, everyone's saying that I could have gotten him a little later. I might have been able to, but I'm very confident in him. I know the guy's got the ability to patrol the outfield and take care of what needs to be done out there. Very happy with the choice.
Sali Shahab, our big Sali, fell to you, and we're hearing rumblings that you would have reconsidered that pick also, your third-round pick.
Oh, these rumblings. Who's coming up with these rumblings? Mount Sabon?
Mount Sabon is confirming that there are rumblings within your organization.
There are rumblings in the organization. No, I'm very satisfied with that pick. To be completely honest, we weren't expecting him to fall to us, and for that we were very grateful. When we heard Sali Shahabar wasn't taken by who was it, Insane, I believe, we were thrilled that we had to swoop up and take him. Even though it wasn't our planned strategy, but we had to do it because his bat's like top 5 in the league easy every year. So, and his glove is gold glove material also. So we're very happy with that choice.
So tell us who stood out in your camp in Scottsdale in the spring. Any Freddie Urani, anything? I mean, what can you tell us that we might some of our viewers might not know?
Well, I do know from what I have on my team right now. There's only one rookie, I believe, and that is Freddie Urani. My strategy was I wanted to draft some veterans and that know the ropes. But I was looking at some rookies, and I do think, believe it or not, Joe Chira has a nice pick in this Mark Richter fella.
Yeah.
Playing first base, and I was actually very upset when that pick was taken, but listen, I have Elliot Batesh, and nobody's better than that guy, so sorry, Sabon.
Best pure hitter. Okay, Mars, thanks again, and good luck this upcoming season. Okay.
Take it easy.
Doug from Oakhurst, you're on the air. Oh.
Are you there, Grandpa?
All right, let's go over to Joe Chira's team.
This team has a very interesting...
the unknowns.
I do have a quick announcement. I am just getting a text message from Jimmy Malach guaranteeing,
Here we go, the first of the year.
guarantee that he will win Gold Glove at third base this year.
Really?
Any comments from you guys?
Yeah,
In what language did he guarantee that?
It says, Wache, third place, Sambusek. Yes, Golden Glove, third place.
All right. Douglas, you're on the air.
Yeah, how are you guys?
All right.
Congratulations, grandfather.
Welcome to the Douglas Report.
Yes, it's good to be on. I'm actually driving around town picking up tables for the bridge. So, I'm having a good time, I guess. Something different than doing the show.
What time will the Mohel be showing up on Friday?
We lost Douglas.
Caller.
Okay.
I lost you. What's that?
Oh.
I said, what time will the Mohel be showing up on Friday?
I got Moses. My wife told me to get Moses, but I think she meant Rabbi Moses. I
Because Moses might miss the way things are going nowadays.
He may throw a ball, no pun intended.
Yeah. So, everything's going good, but, everyone in the Wine and Self Network is invited, and all the listeners are invited. So, 102 Sherman Avenue.
Thank you very much.
Dougie, you were drafted as a pitcher, but your spring training went awry, and now you are just a DH.
I was driving around, like I said, picking up tables. So I stopped at 7-Eleven, and I ran into Rajesh behind the counter, and he's watching the YMSL report, the Douglas report, and he told me I was benched already.
Yes.
Well, you're not benched, but Doug, I gotta tell you, we had the utmost faith in you. You somehow convinced your shortstop, Max Sutton, to con me that you were some sort of pitching phenom. And then in batting practice, all I saw was Scud missiles flying around from right field to left to up the middle. It did not give me a great mindset.
Okay, you can't expect me to show my stuff right away, So,
so you're saying there's
okay.
some...
But at the draft, I was happy we drafted Olave. I was all for that, and I hope he can pitch, and I hope he's a pitcher. So I'm very happy to be on the team. I'm happy to be on Save on Saturday. I think it's a great team. I think it's a great lineup, and I think we have a great team. So if Olave pitches, I'm very happy about that. So that's good too.
Your buddy Mavora called in, and he questioned that pick, and he says he warned Saban about taking you as a pitcher. What do you think? Is he still invited to the Briz?
He's invited to the Briz. If he wants to come back to deal, he can, but I think he's sticking to Brooklyn these days, so I don't think he's coming. But it should be good. The Briz should be good, and the league will be great, I'm sure. A lot of the talent, like I'm sure you guys went over, but I'm happy with the team. I think it's a great team, and I have a lot of faith in Saban. So whatever he tells me, I'm all for that.
All right.
Well, that I gotta say, that's the type of players I want. And I like that, and you will have your shot to pitch, I promise you. I picked you for that position, and I'm sure you're going to hit great, so we're going to have a good team.
All right.
Okay, this is the Doug Les report.
I don't know when you guys picked us, because I didn't see most of the show, but I'm sure you guys have this as a playoff team. And
yeah, we do. One of the better teams in the league. All right, Doug, we got to go, and good night, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, bye-bye. So we're back to Joe Chira's team, and this team has, there's a lot of new guys on this team, but Mark Richter and Murray Zolta in particular are two outstanding rookie prospects. How that translates into the regular season, we don't know yet, but Jordy Vermeld playing shortstop full-time, and Joe Chira in center field, a very solid nucleus, and Daniel Towell at third base, great field, no bat, and so they got a pretty decent team. Again, the question is going to be Mikey. Who's the pitcher on this team? Oh, Ralph Hannon. We get to Ralph Hannon is another very good young pitcher with an outstanding bat. You faced him a couple of times, and he's got a pretty powerful bat.
He definitely does. I mean, other than the fact that he could explode mentally on the field, especially after the stuff
Save on Sanity type of organization.
Right. I mean, first of all, I really wanted him, but I couldn't get him. Secondly, I do plan on tormenting him mentally while he's pitching, and you'll see what happens. But forget that for now. The guy happens to be very solid. He's going to be a good pitcher, and he's definitely a number 4 hitter on this team. So
Eddie Hakeem.
that's a very good pick for them. Very.
I'm expecting Mark Richter to hit like 2-3 home runs the first game because everyone's talking about this guy as being a top hitter.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, where he's from, but
Well,
I'm
actually,
interested to see.
he's a young kid from Flatbush who served 1 year in the Israeli Defense Force. So,
Really?
You know he's got to be tip-top shape.
Right.
So, yeah, he's a great athlete. So he's going to be. They have a very good lineup. Joe Chira, outstanding center fielder. I think this team's going to be one of the better teams in the league. And Young, speed, and Eddie Matute, another very fast guy. And I mean, you know.
So Jordy Rameld is going to play shortstop.
Yes.
Jordy, if I'm not mistaken, I saw him at one of the practices we had just a week ago, and he had some kind of boot, you know,
Yes.
where he had some kind of...
Yeah, rumor has it he will be missing week 1 due to an ankle injury. So we'll see how that pans out this coming week.
Maybe he'll get lucky. Is the schedule out yet with who gets to bye the first week and all that,
Yeah,
or
of
not
course.
yet?
What do you think this is? The BKS over here? We got everything yet. Eddie, you're on the air.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
Oh, Kathy Bang?
This must be Eddie Hakeem from
Saban
Sanity.
A lot of Saban Sanity Nation calling
Yeah.
in this evening.
I love that my team gets involved.
That's
Eddie
right.
Hakeem, formerly from the Dodgers, last year had a phenomenal year, but was not so happy that he was DHing primarily. So
Yeah, I had to share first base with Sabal. Come on.
yeah. Is Saban's not in the league this year?
Of course he is.
Oh, he is. All right, good.
All right, now, how do you plan on getting some playing time in the field this year? Has that been discussed with your
First
captain?
time, me and Mike, we talked about it, as well as Ali, and I'm going to be over at short center.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, look, Eddie's a team player, a phenomenal hitter. That's why I picked him. And Eddie, I believe he also knows that, you know, there's going to be other teammates vying for that spot. So he's going to, you know, I picked him for that spot, but he's going to have to keep that spot.
Yeah.
Douglas.
Absolutely, and I have no problem in proving myself to do so.
Okay, then that's what I like to hear. I mean, as we all know, I did pick Douglas to pitch, and that plan fell apart, as we know. So, I mean, the only other opening I see is to either, you know, put him at short center, but it's Eddie's position to lose, or second base, because I have an unproven Buwabe Jr., who begged me for second because he claims he hung up his catcher's equipment.
I think Bawabe is going to be a very good second baseman. I think he played shortstop in
Yeah.
the night league. I think he was held his own, so I think he'll be very solid at
Yeah.
second. And all right, so Eddie Hakeem going to be seeing some action at short center this year. Should be very interesting for your team. And
Interesting to see if you know, a game doesn't go so well at short center, if Eddie Hakeem takes that to the batter's box, because he's an excellent hitter.
Yes.
And I want to see if that's going to affect his hitting.
I guarantee that my batting average will be greater than expected and greater than last year. And I also guarantee a World Series win this year.
Wow.
Guaranteed.
Wow.
We have
Well-
best team hands down. We were there twice. 2 years in a row I went to the World Series, lost in Game 7. So this year we're coming home and we're bringing the trophy.
Okay, with your pitching staff, I don't know about that, but we will see.
All right, Eddie. Thank you very much for calling in.
Have a good one, guys.
Good luck.
You
Good
too,
luck
Ed.
to you. Allie from the car phone, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up?
Saban
Is this
Nation.
another Saban?
Saban Nation
See?
is going
Look
wild.
what happens when you guys have yours truly on these
They
shows.
gotta call it to the band. The man's on the air.
All right, Allie. First of all,
Best captain.
all right, good. Allie, have you given any thought?
You know you're not the captain, right?
I want everyone to know I am not the captain. It's Saban first, running the ship, and Max Sutton co-captain. So no questions, no texting. I'm just gonna hit and feel it, and I feel healthy and I feel great. And I can't wait to take it home for the man.
Allie.
Well,
Allie.
there's a little joke going around about my team right now. How do you know when Allie Marshall really isn't the captain?
What happened?
when Jason Marshall's not shortstop.
Allie, are you ready to get back on the pitcher's mound if these other two pitchers don't work out?
Nah, I'm ready to just, my legs, it irritated me a little. I think those guys are going to handle it.
You want to start that over, Al?
I actually saw Belava pitch last year. He seemed pretty good. So.
Yes, he settled down.
According to some of the defectors from the Brooklyn League, the guy was 2 or 3 minutes away from taking a cyanide pill, knowing what kind of punishment you and I were going to inflict on him this Sunday if he doesn't come through.
Nah, he'll be alright. Don't worry.
Well, a lot of pressure on the Sabon Sanity pitchers.
Just let them hit it. I'll be out there. I feel good, and we have a great defense. And listen, we might, if he gives up 7, 8 runs, we'll have to put 10 big show.
Which we are definitely capable of.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait to play and have Sabon calling the shots and dealing with all the moping and the gassing on the sidelines.
I could tell already the gripping the nation is Sabon Sanity. Sabon Nation calling in. I think all year we're going to be closely following Sabon Sanity, whether you're in studio or not. I really
let me
think
tell you, I'm up for that challenge. And as you could see, almost all of my teammates called in tonight, and they're all thrilled, and I'm thrilled to have them, and this is why I picked these guys.
All right, Allie, rumor has it you tried to convince Sabon to pick Braca in the 4th round. Is there any bypass on that? What do you have to say to that?
I mean, I did mention it. Would have been nice to play with him, but I guess he had a saying. After the first, the middle round, no friends, no family. So.
Well, he basically said that. He said that with Jason Marshall in mind.
After our next pick, Max or whoever we got, Jared, I was done. Max and Sabon took over, and I had no say anymore.
Who's the other one you said? All right, Allie, thanks for calling in. Good luck, and we hope to hear some good news in the off season.
Yeah,
That's it.
No, who's he said?
Okay, moving on.
Okay.
Like we just said, Sabon Sanity is gripping the nation. It's like every player on this team is like when a player gets traded to New York, the media around this team is going to be, very intense. And so far, that seems to be the theme this year. Watching Sabon and his team over there. Let's
get to the last two teams, which I think could be very interesting. Sammy Tal and the Marlins. Without a doubt, he picked Jeffrey Saka, the first pick, which is you can't argue with that. I think he's got a very interesting team. He picked Sam Michon extremely early, very highly touted rookie, but throwing him at shortstop in his rookie year, as we all know, is a very difficult task. And so a lot is riding on his shoulder. He's got a very good team as far as defense goes, but I'm not really too sure about his offense if Michon doesn't pan out.
Well, we know that shortstops as rookies in this league, it has worked, but it usually does not work. We had a couple of rookies recently really fail terribly at shortstop. I think you had a couple of those also, right?
I definitely did. I had the Cross and the Azers and the Nessers and all the guys that should have defected to the Brooklyn League instead of the ones that we wanted to stay.
But once in a while it works out. I don't know who this guy is, but I guess we shall see. That's clearly the key to this team. ABJ Cohen in center, very solid. Jeffrey Saka pitching. Sammy Towell at first. Very top-heavy, this team. I don't know about the middle of the draft. Although Charles Saka, this is Charles S. Saka, Jeffrey's nephew, very, very good athlete. I think that's going to be a very good pick in the 8th round over there.
Yeah, he was. A lot of people actually vying for him. Hammer and Hank was trying to get him on the on Nathan's team.
Way too young for Nathan's team.
Yeah. Great defense, Solly and Talon.
Hank must have thought it was the grandpa Charlie Saka.
No, I actually played the tournament with him, and I got a chance to see him in Peoria. He was very good, so he's he's going to be a up and coming player.
Also, 11th round pick Jack Blazin Hazen. This guy's around 8'2", 312 pounds. He can hit the ball a mile if he connects. So watch out for Blazin Hazen. And then, of course, you have RB, Richie Braha.
That's going to be the big smoking gun on that team, really, how he's going to handle this whole situation.
I think this is a strong team, by the way, with Jeffrey and ABJ Cohen and Sammy Towell. I like this
But
team.
how do you look at it offensively? Do you see anybody other than Sammy Towell that really looks like a game breaker?
I don't think they have the power, except for Sammy, but I think they have a lot of guys that can hit. Single, single, single. I don't know Sam Michon again, but
yeah, he could be. He could be the difference if he plays
could be,
solid
but
short.
picture what happens if he makes an error and Richie Braha smashes his skull in with a nearest bat.
Right.
Yeah, could be. Let's keep in mind Zach Ashkenazi, I believe, is he might be playing the infield this year. I'm not sure if they're still trying out in a couple of positions at an outstanding rookie campaign. But this team clearly with Jeffrey pitching and Sam, I think is going to be in the upper half of the team.
I don't know if Sammy's ever been a captain before, so we'll see how that plays out. A lot of people.
But he has been a 22-time Gold Glove winner.
Yes, but I did know that. A lot of people feel Sammy is too obsessed with his own personal stats to be a captain. He has denied that claim at the draft. He said he's a full-time team player. So we'll see how he's able to lead the troops over here. And also Jeffrey also is, does not hide his opinions either. So I want to see how Sammy and Jeffrey coexist there.
I think they're going to be fine. I mean, you're talking about Jeffrey Saka, one of the premier pitchers in the league for the last 20 years, and obviously Sammy Towell, Hall of Fame veteran first baseman, great hitter. He'll control that team, and I think he knows what he's doing. He took this guy Michon. He claims he's going to be great, and even if he's not great, how bad could he be? I'm sure he knows what he's doing. This looks like a pretty decent team.
And also another player that's improving is from the last time he went to Israel and played for the Tel Aviv Talets. Sali Estowel coming back. He's much improved. So he could be another.
Talets had a rough year, but he had a good season. Any team that has a real pitcher in this league already is a top team. Just having Jeffrey on that team, puts this team. There's only 4 or 5 proven pitchers that are in the draft this year. Proven. Not to say these other guys can't step up, but just having Jeffrey and then putting Abe J. Cohen and Sammy Towell around him, this team's clearly
Abe Cohen also really goes unheralded, but he could be one of he's really one of the top center fielders defensively. Great arm and led the league in assists last year. So no question about it, the Marlins are going to be a team to be reckoned with. The last team, and what a way to end the show, is Maurice Haber's Project X.
Project X.
And Maurice made some very interesting picks. Who would have thought his first round pick would have been Max Shadid? And at 18 years old, or 19 years old as a pitcher, had a great year last year. You caught him last year. The first half, he was unhittable with a 2.03 ERA.
Yeah.
The second half, I don't know what happened exactly, but it was.
Second half, he started walking people too much, and then it just ballooned out from there. And our team fell apart all at the same time. Right. Not all because of him, but partly because of him. He is a solid pitcher. His arm is phenomenal, and I think in this draft you have to take a pitcher there.
Right.
A.B. Saka, Jeffrey Saka, they're both off. So Max Shadid is there. How could you not take him? I think it's a solid first round pick, and I think overall in the league this year, batting averages are going to be up because I think the pitching is worse. But Max Shadid is top pitcher in this league.
I thought he made a little interesting pick with Nathan Zolta in the second pick. He took him over A.B.J. Cohen, which a lot of people were surprised. He played left field, but he's taken him for center field. But he bounced back in the third round, made a great pick with Steven Safdie. So I think with those two in the outfield, I think that's definitely going to help.
Nathan Zolta did not like that everyone last year was saying how he's Deadpool.
Right.
He said it every week. He's proving this year that he's not Deadpool. I don't know if that'll affect his power or not, but he wants to prove everybody that he can play center and that he's a top player in the league.
I think really this whole team is going to be based on one thing, and that's going to be Carlos Abadie at shortstop. He had a rough year last year. A lot of people are attributing it to Ike Yedid and the pressure of playing with Yedid. He's a great outfielder, center fielder also, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, you have Victor Dweck that could also play there short if needed, or Jaime Shama, but it's Carlos's job to lose, so we'll see.
Well, you also have Jason Marshall, who could probably fill in at short, too, if you need him, you know?
I think Carlos will be fine at shortstop. Yedid, Max Yedid, is much better to play with than Ike Yedid.
Right.
He's, I don't know if he's a better pitcher yet, but he's a better person, I think, and easier to play with. I mean, everyone makes errors. Nobody wants a guy raising his hands, throwing his gloves, screaming and barking every time a mistake happens.
Yeah, no,
Max Yedid's not going to do that.
He had a rough World Series, Carlos, and know, but he had, he's a great athlete. So I think Zvi Goldberg went last pick in the 5th round, which is amazing.
By the way, the guy that I was looking to take as my first pick or my last pick in the 4th round, was it? What pick did I have?
Yeah, when you took Jared.
Right. And where I took Douglas, Zvi was my pick.
Yeah.
And nothing against Doug, but honestly, after even before what I saw, that's a Saban Sanity member again, so let's put him through. But I mean, I gotta say, I'm actually pissed that I didn't get Zvi Goldberg.
You had a great draft except for the Douglas pick, tell you the truth.
Well, you know what? Look, I mean, if Douglas pans out as a hitter, then it would have been the same thing as having a Zvi type guy. I just wanted to play with Zvi. I played with him in a tournament. He hit behind me, I believe, and we had an unbelievable day. We won, and I always wanted to have this guy, and I think... I don't know. I just hope it doesn't come back to...
I mean, really, you look at the draft. Douglas Dweck went before David Bracca, Edward Benjamin, a great center fielder, Edmund Dweck, Elliot Batesh, Hall of Famer, and Zvi Goldberg. I mean, so that's going to be your...
So now, where is Maurice going to play Zvi with Jaime Shama? There seems to be a lot of...
Jaime Shama is, I guess, second baseman. Zvi's is short center.
Short center,
Maurice, I guess, is playing first, I would think. And
Carlos at short.
Carlos at short. And third base
Victor
is going to be Victor Dweck, or he could play the outfield, too. Victor Dweck, I think he's pretty talented. He's a pretty good hitter. He's got a great arm. Jackie Haber, also another rookie, Maurice's son, is a very good athlete. So it's going to be interesting how Nathan Zolta handles the center field, and Max Yedid could be one of the better teams.
Let's take the calls.
And
what are we hanging on?
Yeah, I mean, just based on Max Yedid alone, I like this team. I understand their questions on the infield, but I think mainly Carlos is going to be able to handle it. I think being away from Ike Yedid, I think he's going to succeed.
Yeah, and you obviously manning the,
Not for sure, because Elliot Antony, 12th round pick, sent an email that he's gunning for my job at catcher. I couldn't believe what I was reading.
Wow.
Usually people want to play the outfield. They're complaining. They don't want to catch. You said Joey Boabe hung up his catching gear.
Well, it's good to know Elliot Antony knows his role in the YMSL, and he's doesn't claim to be a shortstop or center fielder, which is good to hear. And it's going to be interesting to see how Maurice handles Jason Marshall, because with all due respect, he could be a pain in the ass. I mean,
I played with Jason last year, and I'm telling you, he was a pleasure to play with. But maybe because he was on Allie's team, he was getting his ABs and everything.
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, Haber reached out to me multiple times for some trades, and honestly, I was looking to deal a multitude of my players in order to try to get that Zvi pick back, and I was actually willing to take Jason Marshall off his hands, and it just didn't go through. But
we one last call coming in. Jeffrey from the car phone. Jeffrey, you're on the air.
Hello there.
Who's this?
Jeffrey Sacco, what's going on, guys? First time caller.
Oh.
Starting pitcher of the Miami Marlins.
Jeffrey, how are you?
got
it.
it.
Give us your thoughts about your team. We just analyzed your team. We think it's a very solid team. We have some question marks on offense, but otherwise a very solid team all around.
That's why I heard the report. I felt very compelled to call in. Solomon is about the nicest thing you ever said about me.
Well, come on, man. I've known you my whole life. You're a great competitor.
I love you, man. We never had anything bad to say against each other. I'd love to play with you.
Yep.
Wait till you hang up. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Tell us about your team over here. Your infield. What do you have going on in your infield? Your shortstop is a new rookie shortstop. I don't know if you've seen him play yet or not in spring training.
All I heard is that he's 6'4". He's very strong. I think it was a risky pick for second-round pick, but I'm looking forward to playing with them.
Also, I see you got your nephew, Charles Saka. I don't think many people in the league know about him. What's the inside scoop on Mr. Charles Saka?
I think he's the steal of the draft.
Oh.
I have him and Jake Dweck as the steals.
We had a soccer team in the Egyptian League last year, and he was the MVP.
Wow.
He can play any outfield position, and if Michon doesn't play well, I think he'll be our shortstop.
Wow.
Is
Wow. Michon on the hot seat.
Is this the Hazan Saka?
It is.
Yeah, he's the Hazan also. He can read the Megillah too. When,
Yeah, in case it don't work out in center field, he can.
Listen, that can never hurt, you know? Reese was taught he'll do well in sports.
Yeah.
Jeff, are you going to let Sammy Towell be the captain of this team, or are you going to input your opinions to each and every move that he makes?
And so I respect Sammy a lot. He's a 25-year veteran, 22-year Gold Glove winner. Tells me every time I speak to him. And I think this is his team. I'm looking forward to playing with him. Looking forward to playing with Richie Brown. First time in 25 years I'm ever playing with Richie.
Oh, wow.
And I think with the three of us and all the young guys, I guarantee a championship.
Yeah.
Guarantee a championship, really. Guarantees left and right.
Well,
by the way,
I
Sammy...
will say, and I have to call in, and I will say, and I'm not ashamed of it, I haven't won in this century yet, in this millennium.
Wow.
Yes, Max Sutton has brought that up to our attention many times. So he points that out. But
yeah, he says Jeffrey's a good pitcher, but he never wins.
Just like Tiger Woods. He just won. I won the EG League, and I won that tournament last summer, and I guarantee it this year.
All right. Well,
fun with you guys.
Wow.
Okay,
wow.
well,
A guarantee from Jeffrey Saka, first-time caller. By the way, Sammy Towell sent in his papers for an appeal. He wants a recount on the other 3 Gold Gloves that he didn't win.
And I have stashed away.
Edmund won one off him. So, well, you're very confident. We do have your team as one of the top teams in the league. So we'll see how that translates into the playing field. But nonetheless, should be an exciting year for the Marlins organization.
I hope you give Jack Blazenhazen a chance to hit, because this guy can hit. Your 11th round pick. Yeah, that's the guy, the big guy.
The guy who can throw it wow.
Yeah.
Wow, he's a big dude.
Yeah. I like your draft a lot, by the way. I don't know Sam Michon. After that, I think you guys did a great job. I like your late picks a lot.
What's that?
What? Ashkenazi, we have Nathan Powell, Solly Powell at third base. We have a solid team.
What's Zach playing? Right field or is
I think he's penciled in at right.
Oh, all right. So you have a very solid outfield. So it's
Solly Powell at third base, and who's our second baseman? Richie Brown. Yeah, we have a solid team.
All right. Really, the big question mark if Michon pans out, but I have no doubts that he will. So it should be a great year. And good luck, Jeffrey.
All right, guys.
All right, thanks a lot. So why don't we do a couple of quick predictions? And right now, if I had to say, I'm going to let you pick the champion. First. What do you think is going to be vying for the championship?
Well, we're not going to be boring and pick our own team and everything. Right. So you got to think a little bit out the box here.
Sorry, I might be boring.
I'm taking my team out of it. I do think I'm going to win the whole thing this year, though, with my pitcher, Max Yedid, who I think is the best pitcher in the league.
It's been over an hour now.
Okay,
but my prediction I can't go with Saban's team because of the pitching problem there. I'm actually going to shock myself and pick Sammy Towell's team. I like his team a lot.
To win the whole thing.
Yeah.
What do you think, Michael?
You know what? I like my team. I really do. Again, the pitching is questionable, but in a league this year where the best pitchers are regularly 3rd and 4th round picks, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think I have great hitting and great defense.
All right, forget your team for a second. Who are you going to beat in the World Series?
Who are we going to beat in the World Series? I'm going to say it's if Saka's team, the guy we just spoke to, if his Sam Michon pans out 6'4", they're claiming whatever, that looks like a very tough team. I mean, especially with Saka pitching. I like that team. That's a nice team.
I'm going with an all-Towel World Series. I think Sammy is going to go up against the veteran Nathan in the
You think
finals.
Red is going to get to the World Series?
I just don't see Red get into the
I think
World
Red gets to the second round. He's gotten to the finals twice in the last 4 years. I think he gets there. He can't win the big one, but I think he's going to be extra juiced this year with Jack Haddett on the team, and it might be good enough to carry it. But I think their experience is going to take him a long way, and it's going to be veteran Jeffrey Saka versus Red in the finals, and I think Joe Cheer's team's going to make some noise, and
and you can't discount the Insane team either with that infield.
No, that's true.
Sonny in
And
center.
Marty managing, so they're always in the mix somehow. So that's our show, and I'd like to thank all our viewers, Michael Saban Salmon, for spending time with us, and we hope to see you again down the road. And Norman, good luck this year, and we'll see. Opening day is 5 days away.